up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here with me.
Yes, I am.
And you know I love good comedy.
Yay.
Because there's a difference. And so we have Mastery of Comedy today, and Akeem Woods is joining us.
Yay, hello. How are you guys? Oh,
Good to see you.
good to see you. We're on camera?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I look way too cute tonight.
The glasses, the outfit,
Everything matches. I'm like, wait, if this is just radio, I'm going to be upset.
You would just wear the outfit again.
I would just wear it again.
Yeah.
Like you never wore it.
I've never worn this jacket before.
You
Brand new.
haven't?
No, I'm lying.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I feel like I've seen it.
You've seen me. Yeah.
You look cute.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Because the first time we met, I was wearing sweatpants.
Oh, you came from a cruise.
I just got off a gay cruise, and I was wearing sweatpants, and then I came in the Greene. I'm like, oh, look who's here. I wish
they
I
were
was
talking
dressed
so much
nice.
shit about you too. They was like, "Where is he? I don't know."
I
They
He's
didn't think
going.
that you were. They didn't think that you were gonna make it.
I didn't think I was gonna make it because the flight got delayed, and then I was flying from LA to DC.
Yes,
But
which
you
is a
got
long
there like
flight.
right on time.
I
and
literally
hopped right on
got there.
stage.
I went from the plane to the Uber to the stage.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about Akeem Woods for everybody on Way Up with Angela Yee. Again, this is Mastery of Comedy. Now, you are from Florida.
I was born in Brooklyn, but I grew up in Florida.
Okay, so you grew up in Florida. Wait, so what age
Unfortunately.
did you move to Florida?
When I was young, so I can't claim Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I can't
I was
claim
like-
I know you would like to
Brooklyn.
claim.
Yeah, I would love to
Yeah.
claim Brooklyn, but unfortunately, I cannot. I moved to Florida when I was like 3.
Okay, so you remember your first 3 years in Brooklyn.
Yeah. So I wasn't like in the mean streets of Brooklyn in the 90s. I was like, hey, see y'all later.
So what part of Florida?
I grew up in a really small town part of Florida called Palm Bay, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Space Coast. It's
Look at Jasmine's face. She's
it's
like, I don't know.
terrible. It's very.
It's not fun?
Oh, it's very conservative, very homophobic, very racist. I'll put it like this: like there was like one gay club in Palm Bay, Florida, and it burned down.
Ooh.
And then like 2 or 3 days later, like it was arson. I'm like,
Duh.
duh.
Of
No
course
one
it
was like,
was.
oh my god, how did our gay club burn down? We're just like, who did it? Like it was probably the mayor. Like it was, it was
The mayor.
yeah, it was bad.
I saw that you never had a chance to come out to your mom.
Yeah,
But she
yeah,
knew.
yeah. Yeah, my mom knew I was, cause like my mom would do. I grew, like she was an old school Southern black woman, so she would do stuff like that made my brother mad. Cause like my brother would always ask my mom, he's like, "Hey, can I spend the night at like Christina's house?"
Right.
And my mom was like, "No, like why did I let you spend the night? Like, of course not." And my brother got mad because I was always like buying me. He's like, "That's not fair. You let Akeem spend the night at Chelsea's house." And my mom couldn't say what it was,
Right.
so she was just like,
So you don't think your brother knew?
"Yeah, everyone knew."
So your brother should have in his head been like, okay, but he was just trying to get what he
but
wanted
he
to
was
get.
trying to. I think everyone knew, but no one wanted to like. I always say I was in the closet, but like it was a glass closet.
Okay.
Like no one like
We
when
knew,
I
but
yeah.
no one opened the.
Yeah.
the
So
door.
when I
What's
finally
understood doesn't
yeah
need to be said.
when I
I like
finally
that voice, Ange.
when I finally came out, they were like, oh, like a few people like what Akeem, but most people were like, yeah, dude, that tracks.
When
Yeah.
did you realize you were gay,
5th grade?
Eddie?
Eddie, he might see this. He's so fine. Eddie was my 5th grade crush.
Okay.
And he's still fine. Like
Okay.
he's still.
That's
I,
rare.
He is.
Yeah. I stalk him. I'm on his Instagram.
You
But
got, after the show, we want to see what he looks
yeah,
like. Go ahead.
he's ridiculous. He's fine. He's from New York too.
Oh, okay.
So he definitely will hear this. But
Well,
he
yeah.
was my first crush in 5th grade. I was like, damn it. Can we curse on this?
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
good. 'Cause I
Or
don't
editing.
know. Okay. Yeah. That's when I knew 5th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this. Last time we saw you was on Lip Service.
I was.
Right. And we had
Those
gave
comments.
you some. Oh, my God. I know. I'm sorry about that, too. by
It's
the
not your
way.
fault. I
Yeah.
made a video about it.
I saw.
We
it.
saw.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we saw it. All right, so we did give you some instructions, and I don't know if it worked out because I know we need to do a follow-up. You and I spoke about it, but don't be mad.
Tell everyone what the agreement
Okay,
was.
so Akeem, you talk about
I
it.
love you, Angela, but she gave me bad advice.
Okay. And the advice was.
Okay, so I was talking to this dude, and we met on Tinder or Hinge, and we're talking back and forth. And I came on the show, and I was telling hookup stories because I
Yes.
hook up a decent amount because I'm a cute guy. I'm out in these streets.
Trollop Tales.
Trollop Tales. I'm
Yes.
on episode 10 now, so there's been a lot. And so she was like, which I think your advice was good. I don't know if I executed it right.
Okay.
So she was like, don't sleep with him
On the first date.
You said wait 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
Because,
took.
and to be clear, I said that because you always do it.
Correct. I
on
would
the
always
first
do it on the
date.
first date.
And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
never was turning into more than a
That is correct.
So what happened?
He was under the impression that I wasn't into him.
Okay.
So immediately I got put into the friend zone.
Well, y'all could have kissed or something.
I didn't know the rules, so I
just
didn't.
said don't fuck.
Well, in my head. Well, if I kiss, I can't
You
control.
can kiss and not have sex.
No,
no,
I can't.
What?
If I kiss a dude,
You're so sexual.
if I kiss
You
a
go
dude,
to 0 to 100
yeah,
real quick.
I'm not just gonna like. No, if I kiss a dude, and we're in a place where sex can happen, why would we not?
Or just kiss outside after, and then put your leg. You know how you have to.
But
kiss
you know what?
and
I
put
can
your-
kind of understand that. I kind of might want to continue.
You know what I used to tell one of my best friends? I would be like, the best way, just always keep your pants on. You know, because you can make out when we were in
Yeah.
college. Like make out as long as you keep your pants on, you're okay.
Keep your pants. You like
Yeah.
chest naked.
I know.
Yeah, you can be.
But I
Keep your
took
pants on.
I took it like don't do anything, and he took it like, oh, this dude doesn't like me at all.
Yeah, I didn't say don't act interested.
So it didn't work out.
Not at all.
Okay.
Friend zone immediately. I haven't talked to him since.
And you
Okay.
could have said, you know, I really do like you.
I could have
Let's
said that,
yeah.
and I didn't.
Why
So
didn't
what
you
were
say?
you doing?
Because I didn't. I don't know. I was just I was very. Because I wanted to do the 3-date thing,
Mm-hmm.
so I knew that if I was too interested, that I wouldn't last the 3 dates. So I was very like reserved on the first date, and I was
Okay.
very much like, "What do you like to do?" I wasn't touching on him or anything. So I think he just thought he's like, "Oh, this dude's not really."
Because you gotta
into-"
have good body language too. You gotta like put your hand on his
Yeah,
leg
like-
when you're talking.
I wasn't doing any of that.
You gotta still give clues that you're interested. Just don't have sex.
Well, see, you
Hey,
didn't
don't-
say
don't-
that.
Don't take your pants off.
Yeah, don't take
You
your
didn't
pants
say
off.
that.
Okay.
You're an adult. You could have used your you could have figured the rest of this out.
I didn't.
I know.
I didn't know I had to give that
You
explicit.
did.
instructions.
I don't know. I just thought that I wasn't allowed to do anything, so I didn't do anything, and
Okay.
now here we are, single.
Well, he wasn't the one.
Yeah,
he
maybe
was
he
ready
wasn't the
to
one.
F.
He was fine too.
All right. Now, another thing that we learned from you, because we don't do this in the straight community,
Yeah.
is this face down.
Oh my gosh.
Explain that.
I know that. There's a huge kink around anonymous hookups for gay men.
Okay.
Or I think it's for like straight men too, because they don't want people to know that they're like gay, so they go to this anonymous thing.
Okay.
And a lot of
Wait,
gay.
you said with straight men too, but they
Well, I say straight in the thing.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I didn't see that.
closeted.
People
Yeah.
are listening, so
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
that you
yeah.
did.
Oh,
the
sorry,
quote,
air
unquote.
quotes, air
Yeah.
quotes. So there's like the face down ass up, which is basically a thing, and I went to one just to go because I'm like, this would be a fun experience. And so basically, the dude, I'm versatile. In case y'all are out here wondering if you can get it, you can.
Got it.
I'm versatile, so that means I top sometimes and I bottom. So I went to this dude's house, and it was like one of those face down ass up things, which is literally exactly what you think.
Right.
I walk into this dude's house, and it's a 1-bedroom apartment. So I walk into his like living room, and then in his room, he's naked, face down, ass up, but he like has a blindfold on.
Oh wow.
And then you're just supposed to like have sex with him and then leave. But the thing that gay people don't realize, I'm like, you're trusting random strangers.
Yeah, to
it
come-
was a nice apartment. I'm like, yo, I could have just robbed. Like, I could have just came in. I'm like, well, I just robbed you.
Right, you're
So-
blindfolded.
But hold on,
Exactly.
just back up one step. So before you guys hook up, you see like everything except the face.
Correct.
Okay, and you see if you're attracted to the body and stuff.
Correct. But also, he's blindfolded
Right.
for this particular
can't
guy.
see you.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, I could have not been the dude in the pictures. I could have just been a
And
random.
So how do you get in? You're like,
Yeah.
hello.
No, you just open the door.
So
he
it's
tells you.
unlocked.
Yeah, he tells you. He buzzed me in.
Okay.
So he's like, buzz apartment 4 or whatever.
Right.
I click the button. He buzzes me in, and then that's it. You just go to
Was
apartment
this your
4.
first time doing this, or you?
Yeah.
How-
And
did you enjoy
it was kind of hot, but also it was kind of weird. I'm probably not doing it again. It was weird.
Right. Do y'all get to see like pictures of each other first, so you at least know?
Well, I knew how he looked, and the thing is, I'm not blindfolded. So like, if
Right,
I
you
walk
can
in
see.
and it's not
You're
the
like,
dude in the
ugh.
pictures, I'm like, all right, see you later.
Right.
But he was like blindfolded, so it was like, ugh, you gotta. It was just like
That's different.
It's different, and it's not the safest either, as far as like
yeah, it's definitely not.
you got like PSA if you're a gay guy and you want to do it. Some type of safety, at least like, or a camera or something, because like I could have literally went. It was a nice apartment in like Manhattan, like Soho. Like I
Right.
could have literally just went in there, like, alrighty, let's see what this dude has. Just start take his TV, take all his stuff.
Would you let somebody? Would you be?
No,
face
God,
down
no.
it? Okay.
No.
God, no.
Not in my little studio.
That's the best.
No,
place.
no. I mean, nah, I don't think so.
You do it- what
I'd
about-
have to see the person.
Right.
So maybe if I saw him, maybe, but like I'm not gonna have a blindfold. Like nah.
And do you, for safety purposes, let somebody know? Look, I'm about to do this just in case something happens.
Oh yeah. I have a group chat. One of my best friends, Mia Jackson. She's a hilarious comic. I'm sending her my location all the time.
Okay.
And she'll know if I send her my location. She's like, well, Akeem's out here hoeing. Like, so I'll just send her my whole location. She'll thumbs up it, and then I'll go and
mosey on your little way.
on my way. And she's like, if I don't check in, she's like, what? Wait a second, Akeem sent his location an hour ago. What is he doing?
How'd you get started with comedy?
I started I'm 32. I started when I was 19.
Mm-hmm.
I started before I came out because I didn't come out till I was 26.
Okay.
So it was just I was always like the funny guy in high school, and like everyone's like, oh my god, you should do comedy. So I googled stand up comedy in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
It took me to the improv, the Orlando Improv, but I was 19 at the time, and you have to be 21 and up, so I couldn't go. So then I called them, like, you should go to an open mic. So I'm like, what's that? So I Googled open mic, and then I went to a place called Austin's Coffee in Winter Park, and it was on Sunday, and I went, and I did terrible.
Okay.
Like, really, really bad. And then I was working at Burger King at the time, and then I drove back to Burger King, and it was bad, but it wasn't bad enough that I didn't want to keep doing it. So I'm like, I'm gonna come next week. And
when you say it was bad, no one laughed?
No, I got one laugh.
Okay.
And I don't think it was for me. I think they were laughing at me.
How bad it was.
Yeah, I don't think they were laughing
With
like
you.
Yeah, I don't think they're like, oh my god, you're funny. Like, ha ha ha, don't quit Burger
But at least
King.
you didn't get booed.
No, I have got booed before.
But
But
you
not
didn't, not the
there.
but
first
not
time.
that. No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I got booed many, many years later.
Damn, that sucks because that's probably at a point when you're like doing well, better.
This is what happened. I got booed when I had just came out. I was doing. Do you know Rod Z?
Mm-mm.
Rod Z is a like an urban comic. He's funny, but his crowds are like really urban church going crowds.
Okay.
And I didn't know that. So so my friend Ken Miller's on stage, and someone didn't show up, and I live by the club. So he's like, hey, text me when you get here. Like, give me the light when you get here, and I'll bring you on stage.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I just came out. So I'm wearing like really tight jeans, and I'm wearing a Hollister shirt because I thought that all gay people wore Hollister.
Right.
This is what I
So
thought.
when you came out, you started dressing differently.
Yeah. Because this is what I thought. I'm like, I'm a gay man. I'm in a lime green. I'm in a lime green Hollister shirt. I'm in skinny jeans that are ripped. I'm like dressing like the way I think gay people are supposed to dress, right?
Right.
So you had to go buy a whole new wardrobe after you came out?
Because when I was wearing baggy stuff, girl, it was bad. I wasn't wearing colors because I didn't want people to think I was gay, so I wasn't wearing bright colors.
Crazy.
I was wearing like
Okay,
black.
back to the story. So you show up.
So I show
looking
up.
gay.
Looking gay, and I get on stage, and Ken brings me on stage, and before I touch the mic, this lady in the audience was like, this nigga. Like, she just said that before I touched the mic. I was like, oh no. So I did my first joke, got a little bit of a laugh,
Okay.
and then I did the punchline, silence.
Okay.
And then I start trying to get into another joke, and people start talking,
Oh.
and then I'm like 3 minutes in, people start booing, but then someone download like the Siren app on the phone, and then they shared it, and then everyone in the audience, 300 people were playing the Siren app.
Are you serious?
Yes, they were like playing the Siren
That's
app while I was on
worse
stage.
than getting booed.
Girl, these three women.
Never heard. That's very malicious.
It
Yes,
is.
these three women sitting up front got up and like faked like they had to use the bathroom. Like, you know, you barman when someone pretends like they have to pee.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Oh my goodness.
It was so bad, and they were mad at me. Like, after the show, they're like, no, we just want to talk to him. We just want to see him. And I just stayed in the green room. I'm like, no, I don't want to see these people. It was.
But you still stayed in the green room after.
Yeah, I stayed in the green room the whole. Yeah, I was. Yeah.
It's now something like that.
It was
Is
bad.
that actually more material for
No.
comedy?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Because now when you look back at it, because it was so long
Yeah,
ago,
it-
it is funny.
It's
It is funny
hilarious.
now
But
because
it's
it was.
also
Yeah, but then it was
devastating.
not.
Yes,
I
traumatic.
was because at the time I was like 7 years in. I'm 13 years in now, but that was like 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like doing really well at the
Right.
time. Like I had just like I was almost quitting my day job. I was making some money. I was like about to move to LA. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm on top of the mountain. And then this happened. I'm like, wait a second.
Right. It grounded you for sure.
Oh, it was bad.
But there was nothing you really could have done about
No, they
that.
hated. From the moment I guess I could have if I was more comfortable with myself. Because like I said, I had just came out, and I mean like 2 weeks before I had just came out. So if I was more comfortable with myself, I could have addressed it immediately,
Right.
and then got them. But like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So
Right.
I didn't know how to do that. Like, because I deal with homophobia when I do shows all the time, but I know how to deal with it now, so I just call them out. Like when I go to Baltimore with Godfrey or something like that, I'll always deal with like homophobic.
We
men,
saw you in
unfortunately.
DC.
Yeah.
You call the people out that
Yeah.
aren't making eye contact.
Exactly.
That won't look.
And then immediately they start laughing because sometimes when I talk about too much gay stuff, like hood dudes will stop making eye contact. So now I just do a joke about it. I call them out on it, and then as soon as I call them out, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we're done. We should probably just laugh.
Yeah. Are there places you won't go, like that you're like, it's way too conservative, way too, or do you feel like you can win anybody over now because you're a
I kind of think I can win anyone over. There's places that the money will have to be right for me to go to it. Like, I'm not going to go and fight an audience for, like, if the money's right, I'll go. But if you're like $100, I'm not going to Memphis for $100.
Right.
Right.
Got it.
Like, I'm not.
Now, let's talk about what you have coming up. Because you are on a tour
I am.
right now, so we want to make sure that we promote that.
Promote it. Thank you. Okay, this weekend, I'm in Austin, Texas. I'm headlining Cap City Comedy Club April 7th and 8th. So buy tickets to that at akeemwoods.com. But the main one I'm trying to get tickets for, because they give me a bonus if I sell out.
Let's
So.
go.
Yeah.
Come to Cap City, but who cares? I'm trying to get this bonus. I'll meet a comedy club. It's in the Bay Area.
Bay Area.
In the Bay.
In the Bay. So akeemwoods.com. I'll meet a comedy club April 14th and 15th. There's 4 shows. I don't remember the times.
Okay.
No, so the times are 9 o'clock. Okay, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then Saturday 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock.
Correct. Those are the times. akeemwoods.com. I'll meet a comedy club. April 14th and 15th. And then I believe April 28th and 9th. Indianapolis, Helium Comedy Club. Come to those as well, but mainly go to...
We need y'all to come out to the Bay.
Depending on where you are, come to all these
come to all these shows.
But I do want to point out that we only first met you when you were performing.
Yes, at the DC Improv.
And we were like, we love him.
He's so funny. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
So that's why I want to encourage people to come out and support.
Because you are really funny.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Do you remember what it was like quitting your job to finally be able to be like, I'm making enough?
My manager kind of made me. My manager, Danny, who I love, I was working at a breakfast cafe called First Watch. I don't think they have them in New York. Probably
Is that in LA?
No, it was in Orlando.
Okay, there's a First Watch in LA, but go ahead.
Yeah. That's where they started.
Okay.
So it was a fancy breakfast restaurant. I was working. It got to the point where I was calling out all the time because I had gigs or I was on the road or I had something. So eventually my manager was like, I was down to like 2 days a week. And I was the only person that was working 2 days a week because technically you had to work 4.
Right.
And everyone was like picking up my shifts because I was a terrible server, by the way. Awful. Like,
I was gonna ask how you were. Okay.
Awful. I was just so fun that people were like, oh my God, he messed up our order again, but he's so fun.
Right.
Like I was trash. Like he should have fired me. And he never did because he liked
Your personality.
He came to my
Yeah.
shows, he was really supportive.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and eventually he sat me down, he's like, listen, dude, you're working 1 or 2 days a week, you keep calling off. Just quit.
And you're terrible.
Yeah, and you're terrible.
And you're
yeah,
not the
yeah.
best, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna fire you because, I want to help, but like just you're making decent money, just quit. And I'm like, okay. And then eventually he eventually just was like, stop coming in. So I just quit. But I was bad. I was really, really bad at
That's
serving.
hilarious.
Yeah,
What's
it was
the end goal for you? Like, what to you is like, this is my plan, my 5-year plan, my 10-year plan?
I don't know. This year, I want to do a special, either a half-hour special or hour special. So that's what I'm working out now, is like I'm working out this hour. I want to do a special with someone, either like Netflix or HBO or whoever wants to give me a special. So that's what I want to do this year or next year. I want to start touring more. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind being on a TV show, but I don't think I can. I think I could be myself on a show. Like if someone cast me on something that was me, I would love to do it. But I'm not like I don't think I'm gonna be like a dramatic actor like that are gonna like bring tears to people. Like
I want to
have fun. And then I'm kind of like, I was kind of writing something as well, so I'm kind of still working on that. So yeah, I want to tour more, and I gotta get my followers up. So yeah, make sure y'all follow my Instagram too.
You know what? Don't follow his Twitter because you've tweeted like 5 times in the past.
Do not follow my Twitter.
Am I following you on Instagram?
I think you are. Yeah.
Okay.
What happened with Twitter? You just went on there and then changed your mind.
So my first tweet was
He literally has like 4 tweets.
My first tweet was to Chick-fil-A. I was like, y'all still hate gay people? Because I'm trying to eat this chicken sandwich. Like, that was my first tweet.
I love it.
And then I tweeted like 2 comedy clips. And then I actually went viral on Twitter. Not me, but like a story I told went viral on Twitter. I told the U-Haul story on Horrible Decisions, that podcast, and it went viral on Black Twitter because they were like shaming me because long story short,
sex in a U-Haul.
Yeah, I had a threesome in a U-Haul.
Yeah.
And everyone was shaming me like, how dare you tell that story? I'm like, this is the podcast where you tell horrible decisions.
Yeah,
this is the perfect.
Yeah, there's been crazier stories on there.
Exactly. But it went viral on Black Twitter, like crazy viral. And then that's why I got a decent amount of followers on Twitter. And then I just did nothing with them. So please follow
What's your Instagram?
It's Akeem Woods on Instagram, AKEEM Woods. I just got the 10K. So
we got to get you way above
I know. It's bad, but I post a lot. I post trollop tears every Tuesday or Thursday. I post a new trollop tear. I post stand-up clips all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I post tour dates. I post that video when I read all the homophobic comments I got,
so
which
funny.
were a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But a lot of them were really funny too, so I wasn't even like mad at them. They were just,
How do you feel
funny.
about other comedians making homophobic, because comedy, right, is all relative. Some people get offended by things.
Right.
For you, what do you think about other comedians saying things that could be perceived or are homophobic?
I think if it comes from honesty, here's the thing. I hate when comics do, like, for instance, Lavelle Crawford has a really amazing bit about his dad being gay.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what special he did it in, but I remember watching it. I'm like, holy cow, that's amazing. That's so funny. But it was an honest, you could tell it was honest and authentic, and it was about his dad, so it was true. But then you see some of these comics who they make up a joke, like, I have a gay uncle, and then they do some hacky gay voice. And I'm like, first of all, you probably don't even have a gay uncle, and y'all probably aren't even close. You're just doing this hacky gay voice to get laughs. So, like, if it's authentic and it's funny, I talk about whatever you want.
Right.
But I hate the people who are just doing it just to be quote unquote edgy, like trans people. This is crazy. I'm like, it's not crazy. It's 2023.
Right.
Like, unless you have an actual, unless you have an actual experience with that group that's funny, then yeah, tell that story. But I hate these hypotheticals. Like, if I wouldn't be gay for $1 million, blah 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 blah. It's like no one's paying you $1 million. You're ugly. Like no one's paying you. Like it's just. So I think if it's funny, if it comes from something authentic and true, then I think talk about whatever you want. But I hate the people who are just like trying to be edgy just for the being edgy. Like, oh, it's like.
Now, are you going to tell more top stories on your Trollop Tales?
I am. I have been. I've been telling a lot of bottoming stories just because, like, if I'm being honest, most of the time I'm hooking up, if I'm bottoming, that's when something funny happens.
What do you enjoy more?
Honestly, lately it's been topping, but because I'm lazy.
Okay.
And topping is just easier.
Really? I would think
bottoming is easier.
No, because bottoming...
It's easier for me.
Same.
Because with a gay dude, with the bottoming, you have to prepare.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes I don't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
So
have you ever
topping
not
is-
prepared and something went wrong?
No, because I've always been really... No pun intended. I've always been really anal about that.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
But I never wanted that to happen, so I always make sure if anything, I over prepare.
But what if you it's spontaneous?
I think if you're a bottom having sex, it's rarely ever spontaneous.
Stay
always,
ready, so you ain't got to
yeah,
get ready.
exactly. So if I'm going on a date with a dude and I know that there's a chance that I'm gonna have sex with this dude, I always prepare beforehand, or you bring something with you, so he's like. You can go to the bathroom in his apartment, like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then when you're in there for 30 minutes, they know what you're doing. They're not stupid. Like, what is he doing?
Right.
They're just like, oh yeah, he's doing.
And then you guys have a discussion ahead of time, like who's gonna do.
Usually, yeah.
Okay.
So the last few dudes I've hooked up with, I was topping, but nothing funny happened, so I didn't.
See,
I didn't have a story.
Right,
Okay.
bottoming is funnier than.
More
content.
more
Bottom.
content.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But if there's any tops out there who want to get at me or bottoms, listen, I am in New York. I am single.
I'm ready.
And I'll go on 2 dates with you, not 3. I'll go on 2 dates with you.
I just want to be clear, Akeem.
Before.
Okay, you can still be interested in someone.
know, but I
you
didn't know
don't
that.
have to. Kissing doesn't have to lead to sex the first time. Like, come on. You've never just made out with somebody and
No.
cuddled?
No, I haven't. And that's probably a me problem. I need to fix that.
Okay. Do you want to be in a relationship, seriously?
I kind of do. I'm actually going to hang out with this dude. He's so hot. I'll show you pictures of him too.
Okay.
I'm
Eddie
going
Gonzalez?
to no. Oh, I can't wait to show y'all Eddie. He's so fine. Shout out to Eddie's wife, probably. I apologize for talking.
It's a lot of
Yeah. Eddie's out of Palm Bay, Florida. He knows who he is. But if his wife is watching, I'm sorry. I want to sleep with your husband. But no, it's a different dude. I actually met him on the gay cruise. The guy, because I'm flying.
That's why you were late.
No, I'm
preparing.
flying.
Is it after this? You hooking up with after this?
I'm flying. No, he's in Austin.
Okay.
And I'm going to Austin early. I'm flying out tomorrow. My show's until Friday, but I'm flying out tomorrow to like spend time and hang out with him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fingers crossed that we get,
So you didn't have sex with him on the cruise?
No. We just like we got along really well. He came to one of my shows and he was like, oh my, he thought it was really funny. He's like, oh, and I told him I was coming to Austin. He's like, oh, you can stay at my place. I'm like, oh, okay. We'll see.
Okay,
so, but I still got the hotel because they paid for it already. So I'm gonna stay
have options.
just in case. I'm like, oh no, he's crazy. Like then I can go back to my hotel.
Right.
All right.
Fingers crossed he's not. He's
well,
fine.
thank you so much. And again, AkeemWoods.com.
Yes.
So you guys can see all of his show dates. Get those tickets, especially the ones in the Bay Area.
Yes, I'll meet April 14th and 15th. Let's sell it out so I can pay these bills.
You good.
I am, but still.
Okay. All right. Well, that was Master Your Comedy with Akeem Woods. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Way
Bye.
up.